You should watch this video so you don't feel like an idiot when people use idioms. Idioms are special phrases which you can't understand just because you understand all the words in the phrase. Take a look at this sentence. Markolingo likes green apples. You obviously know who markolingo is. You know what like means because you're so good at English. You know this is the color green, and you know what apples are. So if you know all of that, you should have something like this in your mind. I love green apples. Now look at this sentence. Queen Elizabeth kicked the bucket. So this is Queen Elizabeth, this is the verb to kick, and this is a bucket. So does that mean? No. To kick the bucket means to die. So next time you hear someone kick the bucket, it means they're dead. I don't have a cameraman for today's video, so I will have to do everything on my own. That idiom means you have to do everything alone, by yourself, without anyone's help. You can see me demonstrating I'm a big boy here by putting on clothes on my own. Now we're ready to go outside and really get the ball rolling. This idiom means to start something, to begin an activity. So now we're going outside to get the ball rolling and learn many more idioms. Let's go.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
A great thing about living in a small town like mine is that there aren't that many people around. Like you can see, this park is literally empty right now. And I say that because I always felt very anxious to record out in the public. And I remember last time when I was recording the traffic vocabulary, I told myself, you have to bite the bullet and do it. And that idiom, to bite the bullet, means you do something unpleasant, something that you don't want to do, that makes you feel bad and uncomfortable. So guys, you should always bite the bullet and do what's necessary and best for you. Another great thing is that I have a market right around the corner. When I turn around, you should be able to see it. Yes, right there in the background. Right around the corner means that something is very close. So if you say there's a bank right around the corner, it doesn't mean the bank is literally behind the corner, but it's very close. Okay, now we actually have some people walking around and looking at us. Something many YouTubers can relate to is that feeling of everyone watching you while you just hold a camera and talk to it. So when somebody is in the same bad situation as you, we say they are in the same boat. So to be in the same boat means to be in the same bad situation. The light is green now, and I'm gonna get run over. You can see now it has turned red. When you do something at the last moment like that, you can say you did it in the nick of time, just before it was too late. For example, let's say you're at the cinema and your friend arrives 1 minute before the movie starts. You can tell them, oh, you're just in the nick of time. So in one of my, I mean, it's a tiny dog. Is that even a dog? My gosh. In one of my previous videos, I taught you that this was called the road. It's for vehicles like cars. And this area where I'm currently walking for pedestrians is called sidewalk in American English and pavement in British English. Now, I personally prefer the American name, and if you agree with me, I can tell you we are on the same page. So to be on the same page means you agree on something. And now you're gonna see something very interesting. When was the last time you saw this? I think it's been a while. So do you guys agree that American English is better? Tell me in the comments if we are on the same page or not. Another thing about living in a small town is that you don't have to walk too far away in order to find yourself off the beaten track. So off the beaten track is an idiom which refers to a place which is not popular, where not many people go. And it doesn't have to mean it's completely rural and uninhabited. For example, if you go up that hill, you will find a really nice restaurant. Let's wait for the car to pass. You will find a really nice restaurant which is off the beaten track. Or you could say off the beaten path. They both mean the same thing. By the way, I'm really curious about you guys. Tell me where you come from, where do you live? Is it a big city, a small town like mine, or maybe a village? Let's get to know each other a little bit better. This guy is not letting anyone mess around his yard. The biggest issue here is that idioms are mostly used in conversations when talking to other people, and I live in a non-English speaking country, so I have no one to talk to. I know many of you are going through the same, so I invite you to follow me, as in the future I plan to create groups where people could practice their spoken English. You can see the sun is already starting to set, so I think it's about time I call it a day. To call it a day means to stop doing something because you're tired, bored, or you simply don't want to do it anymore. For example, your manager at work could tell you, "We've done a great job today, let's call it a day and come back tomorrow." In my case, I think I've taught you enough idioms because idioms are very hard. They are advanced English, so I can't teach 30 or 40 like I do in my other comprehensible input videos. At the end, I can tell you that the ball is in your court now, which means it's time for you to take an action, or it's time for you to do some work. And your work is your homework. You have to write 2 example sentences down in the comments using some of the idioms that we've learned today. Of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this.